Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cal.
I'm X.
And I'm scared.
What is your name?
I'm Ghost.
And today we'll be interviewing one of our co-hosts on Stellar Blade. What he likes, dislikes, visual style, its performance, and just overall fun factor. So let's get right into it. Tell us, X, what can we expect from this game?
All right, I'm going to start it off by saying it blows my mind that this is the devs' first AAA game.
Really?
Yes, because they made some stuff way back when, like 2013. But other than that, they do mobile games.
They do mobile games.
Yes.
Do you know what the games they made back in, like in 20? Do you know what games they made back then, like in 2013?
I forget the names of them. Manga Carta or something like that. I don't know. They're old games. Well, old now at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what genre they were, but like for this to be their first one is blowing my mind.
It's
I'm
insane.
not gonna lie.
It looks like a AAA. It looks like a AAA game.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. The graphics are great. I don't buy that many new games, you know that, and especially a lot of stuff I buy is indie. So I'm not really necessarily like seeking or looking at the perfect 4K textures all the time. But man, this looks good. I was surprised.
Yeah, just so our audience knows that X hardly ever spends a full 70 on any game.
Oh heck no! Yeah.
If it can be bought on PC, then that's what it. If it's going to be bought on PC for a discount, that's where it's going to be.
And I hardly ever buy stuff right when it comes out. I think the last time I got that was Elden Ring.
Yeah, because I don't really hear you like being hype about like a specific series in general.
As a matter of fact, I think the only games in recent history. Well, there's a couple, but a lot of them have been Souls-likes that I bought
you
full
and the
price.
roguelikes.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too, yeah. But no, the graphics are great. Performance-wise, I didn't have any problems. There's 3 different modes. There's the quality, balance, and then performance mode.
Uh-huh.
And I think I watched Digital Foundry, and they compared the differences, and it seemed like really the only difference in the modes is the resolution. Like all the other settings remain the same. So like shadows, lighting, detail, all that kind of stuff stays the same amongst them, but the resolution just gets lower as you go through the.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised
What
by
are the
that too.
different resolutions?
I don't remember all of them.
Okay.
4K, of course, is your quality, and then I think it drops down to like 1400p. For balanced, and then performance I believe targets 1080, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's weird that it's only resolution based.
Yeah, and normally you see they tweak a lot. They have to tweak a lot more for you to get the proper performance out of it that they want. So you'll see stuff like render distance and shadows change a lot, like between modes, but not this one.
That's a weird choice, but I
But
mean, what does it run natively in? Like, what are you getting?
I ran balance for pretty much the whole game.
Oh, okay. What kind of frames are you getting?
Quality is 30 FPS, and I turned that off immediately.
Sounds rough.
It's not great, especially because timing matters so much in this game. Like, there's no way. I hate how it looks. It's so choppy, and like I said, timing parries and all that is just not right.
Oh, okay.
So I tried performance and quality. Performance, really the only difference I will say is you get a consistent 60 FPS, whereas in balance, like you'll have occasional dips. That's the only thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I would definitely play balance if you play it. It's the best experience.
Can you let them know also like what kind of hardware you're playing on?
Oh, I'm on the PlayStation. What do you mean?
Oh, I thought for some reason I'm thinking the whole time that you bought this game.
No, it's
This is a
PlayStation only.
Bamboozled you.
Yeah, it's
This
exclusive.
is a
Your boy bamboozled you.
whole time I'm thinking.
You
I didn't know this was a
whole
PlayStation
audience
exclusive.
Yeah, it is.
on that's man PC game doing a sidewinder. Oh, and to
Okay.
answer that question about past games, they did Goddess of Victory. I think it's Nikki in
Nika, yeah.
2022. Destiny's Child, not the singing group, in 2016, and then Defense War Tower Defense. My bad, can't talk today. In 2020.
Oh, okay. So yeah, mobile games.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Yeah, and then just all of a sudden you're just going to jump right into the AAA space. That is a massive leap.
And they did it so well. It's shocking.
That's what I'm saying. Those are insanely talented devs at that studio. Because usually you go from mobile, then we go to indie, and then you build up your skills in indie. You might have a breakout game there, and then you jump into the AAA space. But no, jump.
Yeah. But I'll move on.
You know what though? They came in with a bang though.
Yeah, no, they did.
Right.
Combat is my favorite part of this game, and it's great. I love it. It's definitely Souls-like, so I mean, it shares a lot in common with it, but honestly, it's way easier. I'll get into that. But of course, you have parry, you've got dodges, you've got what are essentially bonfires, but they're camps.
Okay.
Enemies respawn on rest. Also, your little health, your healing items refill on rest. But there's way more. It's way more variety than in typical Souls-like game.
Okay.
As far as combat, as far as healing, I mean, there's so many ways to heal. You have the consumables for healing are really easy to obtain. So I never felt like. Honestly, I never felt like pressure. The only time I really feel pressured is like maybe the long stretches where there's not many rest points or like a really hard boss fight. But no, usually the only reason I die is because I get caught in a combo or something. I get destroyed.
Oh, okay.
It's not because I ran out of heals typically.
What about like how you have to commit to a swing?
Oh yeah.
You cancel.
Yes.
Or does it say you have to commit?
I'm sure someone has found some animation cancels, but I definitely like when you swing, expect to commit. Like there is no like mid swing dodge out of it kind of. No. Most of the time when you enter a combo sequence, if you want to do the full combo, you're committed to that combo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So very Souls-like in the way it's played.
It really is, yeah.
Except a little bit more forgiving, sounds like.
No, definitely. You even have a rechargeable shield, which reduces the damage you take.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you can increase that with gear, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, the parries, oh my gosh, so crisp. I love the parries. It's the weight and impact of it is so cool. I like the effects of it. And I feel like this is something a lot of games miss out on is like when you swing this big sword or you do the special move, it should feel weighty,
Yes, as you should feel the impact of that.
And the enemy should react accordingly, and I feel like they
do. Yeah, exactly.
Every attack that I do where I feel like they should be stunned or staggered, it does that. So
okay.
But yeah, they have skill trees for each one, and that's what I was telling you about the demo. Like you start off with basically nothing. So if you've done the boss rush, they give you more skills, but even stuff like double jump is in the skill tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like dodging multiple times in the skill tree. There's lots of like basic things that you might expect to already be in there, like from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I never felt like, other than the double jump, I never felt like I needed it until like it's easy to level up. Basically, is what I'm saying. Just focus your skill points on the survival tree, which is most of that kind of stuff, and then you can branch out after that.
Do you think like? Because those skills feel so basic to me, like a double jump and like added dodges. Do you think that should have just been part of the core gameplay rather than adding them to the skill tree? And maybe they could have put some better skills to replace those.
For the double jump, it was just annoying, but it wasn't that big a deal just because I think they mean for it to be a little bit kind of Metroidvania, where there's some areas you just can't reach until you unlock your double jump, and then you come back later when you're stronger. Because there is some backtracking, but like the kind of backtracking you do, maybe like you come back and now you got your double jump and you can reach a new area that has stronger enemies than what you previously fought in that zone. So, it's kind of like gated in that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you don't get. You don't catch yourself in a situation you can't handle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can even parry projectiles. I thought that was cool. Some bullets and enemy projectiles.
Bullets?
Yes. Okay, look. Minor spoiler. Very minor. There's an enemy with a gun on his head. Yeah, you can parry bullets.
Like how? Because I'm thinking like a bullet that's moving fast, but I'm guessing like you can actually. They have it in the game where you can actually see it coming.
It's telegraphed enough that you can block. I'm not saying you can block all of them. No, it's not like, but like the vast majority that I've worked on the timing for, I've been able to parry. So.
Oh, nice. So that's another thing about combat. Some people just don't get right is that the enemy isn't telegraphing its moves, right? So you just end up getting smacked every time.
No, the telegraphs are good, and the parry window is like, to me, massive compared to something like Dark Souls. Like, there's plenty of time. To me, the timing's easy for parry as long as you know what the enemy's doing. So
that's nice.
And then the only other thing combat-wise I was gonna say is that a couple things. The gun. I didn't expect the gun to be as useful as it is. I know I told you previously that there's that whole mission where you have to use the gun and nothing else.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if we can talk about spoilers, but maybe I'll just put you can go ahead and talk.
No, I'm not going to talk about anything other than there is a mission at some point where you have to use only your gun, and that definitely like opened my eyes to the possibilities of the gun because I hadn't really used it, and then I realized there's actually like multiple types of ammo you can use. So there's the slugs, shotgun, explosive. The beam is awesome. The beam is like a chargeable one that just blasts out a continuous beam of light, like Godzilla-esque fire beam out of the gun.
Oh, okay.
Is the ammo like unlockables, or like how does that work?
Yeah, you can unlock different types of ammo as you upgrade your drone, because the drone is essentially your gun as well. It like transforms and mounts onto your arm.
That's crazy.
And then at that point, you can just purchase ammo or find ammo like on enemies as a drop.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's a cool mechanic, though.
Is that just about like every time like that? Like every time you defeat an enemy, like you don't have to worry about ammo being like sparingly, I guess?
At the places where you need it, like that one level, or like areas where maybe you have more ranged enemies, they definitely give more like drop priority to ammo then. But just out in the wild, you'll occasionally find some, but I will say, like, unless you're in one of those zones, you will have to be more sparing with it if you really want to use it like every fight or something like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's definitely a secondary. It's not a main weapon, but I was surprised at the depth of the secondary. I thought it was going to be just something like, for a little bit of chip damage here and there.
Yeah, right, because...
Finish them off with it. But no, it actually turned out to be really fun. So.
Oh, nice.
And then the gear, you can change. You have like 4 gear slots you can unlock. That'll give you stuff like you could do increased shield damage, you take less damage, and you have like exospines. Those are kind of like your specializations. So you can have one that was focusing on like ambush kills, which is stealth kills.
That would be me.
Yeah, and you can actually like you can upgrade that to heal you whenever you do a stealth kill, and you can kind of chain stealth kills a little bit. It's kind of similar to like Shadow of Mordor, where you teleport to someone, you kill them, and you slide on to the next one, you kill them.
I love that.
You definitely won't get long chains like in Shadow of Mordor, but you can.
Okay.
You can do that. But yeah, that's all I had for combat.
Okay.
I really enjoy the combat.
Sounds like they went kind of heavy into that, especially with the gun. Because most people are not really going to lean into that. I'm pretty sure people are just going to be focusing on their parrying. But the fact that they went the extra mile to put, a lot of work into the secondary as well, it's showing themselves. We got another studio to start looking out for.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It turned out well.
Yeah.
Next thing I want to cover is just collectibles. So there's lots of gear, collectibles, lore, and of course outfits everywhere. It encourages you to go and explore, because like I said, there's tons of gear. You have soda cans you collect, which I believe there's
soda can.
Yeah,
what?
It's just like a fun collectible.
Oh, okay.
But I think you unlock something if you get them all, but no spoilers. So
soda cans. I wonder who came up with that idea.
I don't know. But yeah, lots of outfits. Honestly, the outfits are really well done. You can change some of the NPC outfits too, some of the like main ones that follow you around through the story.
Yeah, I have seen some of her outfits, and I'm like, somebody was cooking when it came to fashion on some
They're
of her
so
stuff.
good, man. All of them are
That's what I'm
so
saying,
good.
and they're so detailed and intricate on some of them. I'm like, this is amazing.
And there are
Like,
very few recolors. I was surprised about that because, like, something like when I think of skins, what I think of is like, I don't know, Overwatch. Some of the
yes, yeah,
they make some
exactly,
great skins, but also some of them are just like recolors of different skins.
exactly.
But no, these are like quite unique. So,
Hmm,
and then lore
that's pretty
wise, you don't have to worry about the whole Dark Souls nonsense where you can't understand anything. So far,
Hmm.
so far, it's very easy to follow.
Better watch it when you call that game nonsense.
The game's not nonsense, but the lore is definitely way harder to follow. They make you work. Here, I mean,
Can be in them comments.
Right?
whatever. Here, it's way easier. I mean, the story is more linear than something Dark Soul was as well. But there's lore hidden around everywhere, like posters on bodies. You can get like memory sticks off of bodies.
Oh, okay. So
Journals,
easily
logs.
accessible.
Yeah, you can even buy.
Thank you.
You can buy lore. You can basically purchase lore through an information broker.
That's different.
And other
Yeah, that
shops
is
as well.
different.
They sell lore items essentially.
Okay. Nice.
Because they don't just put it in your face.
Yeah.
Something you got to go. If that's what you want to get, then you can go get it. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, I got music. Man, this music is good. Let me say.
That's what I
like,
wanted to ask you about. I was
holy-
like, does it inspire you in times of need?
Yes, the music is excellent, and I did some research to try to figure out like who did the music, and it says about 40% of it was done by a studio that is led by the composer who worked on Nier Automata. So that makes so much sense because like the
Oh, okay.
sounds are very similar for a
Sounds
lot of it.
Awesome.
I've heard that these two developers have a lot of respect for one another, and they were basically arguing about whose game was best.
Yes,
To
no, they're
each other.
so humble. My goodness, I read that interview. They were like, "Oh yeah, well, what I really like about the other person's game is this, and it's so much better than mine." And they're like, "Oh no, don't! Your music is
See,
great." Yeah, I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, see, that's how I like to hear developers talk about one another. Not with any vitriol, but like a healthy respect for one another's work.
Right.
I like that. It's nice to hear. But
I'm
yeah,
like,
I did.
I'm like attacking the devs of like Baldur's
Right.
Gate 3 when they came out. They're like, "Oh,
right, bro. Oh my.
you can't expect this from everyone."
Well, now we do. I'm sorry. You- I don't understand that. I don't understand that mindset. But yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, the remaining 60% was done in house. All the music's great. They have a lot of dynamic music, so like it'll like, seamlessly shift between like exploration to combat, and then like at camps you can change different tracks if you just want to chill at the camp and listen to something.
Oh, okay. That was pretty neat.
But yeah, that's all I had for my pros. You want to move on to the cons, or do you have any questions about that?
How do the controls feel? You're not tripping over your fingers, are you? Like,
No, but
everything is smooth.
I will get to one thing about the controls in a minute.
Oh, okay.
But no,
Yeah,
overall
go
the
ahead.
controls are great. All the combos are nice. There's different combos that you can use for different situations. So going back to being locked into a combo, if you actually study and like use different combos based on different scenarios you're in, you'll find that like it's not as bad that you're locked in a combo if you use the right one. So like I might use a certain one if it's a single enemy, or another one for multiple enemies, because it might have more AoE damage to it.
Oh, okay. Are you like you know how sometimes you can get a lot of mobs on you at one time? Is this basically the same thing?
Occasionally they'll spring it on you, but I will say it's relatively easy to just pull a couple here and there if you don't want to pull everything at once.
Oh, okay.
But I
Alright.
mean, you have special abilities that will just clear. I mean, there's one AoE move that could clear a bunch of small ones, which is really your only concern, because if you get trapped by a bunch of little ones, that can be a pain too.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it's worse than just a single big one. Just have a bunch of tiny ones stabbing you in the ankles over and over again.
Oh yeah, we
Does
know
that
about
sound
that.
like Helldivers?
Hunters.
Yes, basically.
Sound like
We know-
Hunters and Helldivers?
Basically, yes.
We know all about that.
I swear, I just had flashbacks.
Right.
I'll get into the cons then. I'll say the platforming is not great.
Okay.
So that goes to kind of controls, I guess. Like sometimes in smaller areas, she will just like parkour over the smallest items.
No, really.
There's not that many times where you need to go into these small areas. It might just be like a collectible or a chest in a room that's really small, but there's also like countertops and boxes, and she will just like try to parkour over all the items.
Man.
Yeah, it can get annoying.
Give her exercise in.
Yeah. You gotta stay in shape. You gotta fit them clothes.
Well, I swear, because they are skin tight.
And act like Mirror's Edge.
It's occasionally annoying, and then only other thing I'll say is like grabbing ropes and ledges can be like inconsistent when you're like doing long jumps.
Oh, is it like an automatic grab?
Yeah, it's an automatic grab.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I swear, like I'm like, how does she not grab it? I just fall to my death.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just small things. I wouldn't say it's a big issue, but like there are certain points where I was like, oh, I want to get to this item, and it just took me longer than I'd like to because like it's just a little janky.
Okay.
Other thing, fast travel. Fast travel is nice, but it's a little bit limited, and it's just another minor annoyance because I was saying like there is backtracking. But the way fast travel works, like you have to travel to like each zone. As far as I can tell, there's no way to like travel between specific points in different zones. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So like say you have zone A and zone B. Well, each one of them had different fast travel points within them, but I can't go from one specific to the other. I have to go to the zone first and then from the zone to the specific point.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's
I see what you're saying.
the only good saving grace is that the loading screens are really fast. So I'll say that.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, it's not long, but it does get annoying just because I did a lot of side quests. So I was traveling quite a bit, and just just traveling between zones could get annoying. I could see,
Yeah.
And then my only other complaint were with some of the puzzles. Some of them seem like, really easy, like dumb easy. So there would be like a little area where it's clear you have to push something onto it to activate it, and then literally like 5 feet beside it is the item you have to push onto it.
Are you serious? Oh yeah, they don't even let you look around. It's just like, oh, it's right here.
Yeah, a lot of them have been really easy, and I've only had a few of these, but a couple of them were tedious, where I was just like, okay, I get what I need to do, I just don't really feel like but there's not that many of them, and like I said, they're not all that bad. There are some really interesting ones. It's just those definitely stuck out in my mind. Like I was like, really? I just pushed this
you're
thing 5 feet
insulting
over.
my intelligence.
Right. But no, those are my only complaints. Overall, I love the game, and I would give it, my personal score is a 9.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's
2
great.
points above IGN.
Yeah.
Oh, what was I going to ask you about? What would you say about the voice acting?
I don't know about the English because I just played the Korean one the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't like the English voices.
Oh, well, there's your answer.
That's fair.
I don't think it's necessarily the acting. It just seems weird hearing those voices come out of the characters.
It could, yeah. That's because sometimes watching anime, you can't really.
Yes,
I don't
there are
watch
times
any
where
anime.
I'm like, what am I listening to, and why is he talking like
Right,
this?
exactly.
That's even like Ghost of Tsushima was like that. It didn't seem right in the English version.
It didn't,
It
and
was Japanese on it.
And I actually hated the fact that they had to fix the syncing issue with it, because I tried to play it with Japanese language through my first playthrough, but the syncing was off. They didn't fix that until I finished the game. Basically, yeah, I was done. But I was like, man, that would have been cool to play through. But
no,
a 9.
In the Korean, I'd say it's fine. I had no problems with it. That's good. I like the voice acting.
Nice. Congrats. What's the name of the studio?
Shift Up.
Shift Up. Now we know who to look out for. Keep climbing.
To play.
Right.
I'm just waiting for those crossover outfits between Nier Automata now.
Oh yeah, those are definitely coming.
Oh yeah,
this reminds me of my other. It reminds me of my other question.
What?
Can you masturbate to this character?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus
I'm not answering
Christ.
that question. I think if you Google it yourself, you can figure that out.
Because it feels like that conversation is very important to some people on Twitter or just on the internet in general. I'm like, bro, are y'all serious right now? Like, she's still pretty. She's still hot. All of her everything jiggles like it's supposed to. Everybody likes tits. I don't know what more you want, deviants.
What are you talking about? In what way?
People were complaining that she was censored and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just they put a like a, I don't know, women's clothing, like a bra over top of one of her outfits to cover up some cleavage.
I saw the censor for the bunny suit was the biggest, or one of the big ones.
Oh, I didn't see the bunny suit.
Yeah, no, the bunny suit. Look, it's an M-rated game. It's mature. Just leave it uncensored. That's how I feel about it. Especially because some of the censored, like the clothing changes look weird. Like the bunny suit looks weird now with the extra leg pattern stuff. It's like they just tacked on extra fabric in addition to. It doesn't go with the suit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like it was just put hastily in there.
Yeah, it looks weird.
It wasn't meant to actually be in the design, but they had to put it in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can tell it's like, oh, we made a nice outfit, but then we
Just
changed.
kidding.
Yeah. No, I could see why people complain about that, but no, I mean the ones that aren't censored or whatever, they look fine. It's just some of them definitely look weird from the censor app. I don't get why when you have a mature game you would censor it anyway, but
Right. I don't know how to.
That bitch.
I don't even know who would be complaining about that. Even women like it. So I don't.
right.
I don't understand who would be complaining.
People that don't like female protagonists. Ooh, was that too soon?
Oh my gosh.
Was that too soon?
If we get into that, we'll be here all day. But final score 9 out of 10.
Yeah, buy it.
Sounds like something I might be picking up.
Yeah. It'll have to wait for
great.
me. Oh, okay. I was about to say it's gonna have to wait for me. I got too many things. Hades 2 just came out, but I have to hop into that. But thank you, X. We appreciate your insight.
Yeah.
Just let everybody know this man's kind of a hard critic, so if it's a 9 in his book, it must be pretty good.
That's why I said it blew my mind that this is their first AAA. Like, it does not make sense to me. It does not compute how.
But yeah, that's pretty good. Anybody have any final thoughts? Anything they like to add? Ghost, you have any
Nope.
questions?
I sure don't. He answered all mine. I'm definitely think I'm gonna go pick it up. That's for sure.
Well, thanks again for the review. And also, thank you to our listeners for tuning in. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for the early support. We're almost at 50 subscribers. Long way away. Yeah, we're a long ways away from 8.
We're going to get that aluminum play button soon. Let's go.
Right. Might just make it myself and stick it up on the wall.
Oh my
There you go.
gosh.
But make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an episode. And tune in next time. We'll catch you guys later.
See you.
Bye.